Hello everybody, Scratch Off Ticket Man here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Got a couple scratch off tickets here. Hopefully one of them to tickets are getting out of that. Got crossword, 50 grand, be amazing. Cash for life, that'd be sweet. Get started on this crossword here. Alright, hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Um, I was debating saying anything about this. It is Monday, July 15th. Now, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm in Canada. The U.S. is just bonkers. I have not fully collected my thoughts on all the stuff that went on Saturday. It's just, it's just like every week, every month, it's just something else seems to happen. And you're just like, what in the world is going on here? Saturday evening, I got to a friend's house, and as soon as I got there, he goes, "Somebody shot Trump." And it's crazy because the first thing that went through my mind wasn't anything was like, is he okay? Is he not okay? Are there people in the streets right now? Like, are the cities on fire? There's so many things that like did not go through my mind at all. My first thought that kind of went through my mind was like, okay, like like a like a shruggy okay, like not even like is there anything else to it? It was just like, oh, someone shot Trump. I'm like, okay, and that was kind of it. He didn't really say anything else. He didn't say like I think there would have been more if he if it had been like bad, like really bad. Not saying getting shot is not bad. Like getting shot seems to be bad across the board. Um, any TV show, movie, almost all video games. Getting shot is bad, especially if it's like a Rainbow Six video game or something like that. Getting shot's pretty bad. That's a story for another time. But anyway, it's the world's so numb. I don't think I'm just talking about myself, but just like the world's so numb to like violence and just shocking news these days that when I again heard that, I was just like, okay. But I have not fully collected all my thoughts on this, and I was thinking a lot last night. I was like, do I want to talk about this? And I was thinking, you know what, I kind of do want to talk about this because I think this is a place where I can kind of brain dump a little bit, just some thoughts on certain things. If you've been following along at all, you probably have an idea that's kind of that kind of comes with the territory here, me thinking about things. But it's like as a Canadian, it's like we don't really understand the gun culture. Like we don't understand it. So when there's shootings and there's violence and stuff in the states, we're kind of like, well, of course, guys. Like, what are you thinking? It's like if like a hockey tournament was going on up here, you'd be like, well, yeah, of course, guys. Like it's Canada, of course they got a hockey tournament or something going on. But just with the gun culture thing, it's just so we don't get it. But we just like if everybody has guns, and we understand that it's a right, but it's like it just seems like it's like really opening up the really open up the floodgates for violence all the time. I understand people can defend themselves. I understand that people, they have the right to own these things. And I totally understand the idea that it's not the gun. It's the person. It's the person that makes the big difference. It doesn't go off by itself, sort of thing. Until we get the robots to do that. That's all another story. I'm not talking about that today. But just we understand as the people, but it's the idea that like, people have fairly easy access to these things because that's part of the not say part of the rules, but it's like part of how it kind of seems to work. And when these bad things happen, and everyone points the finger around, like, well, how did this happen? It's like not saying don't let any people own guns. Like I totally get that, but just like don't be surprised if these things happen. And like as a Canadian looking at what's going on in the U.S., it's like your country seems pretty divided. It seemed pretty divided for a while. So the thing is that things are not gonna, escalate to a boiling point. It just seemed pretty. And again, it seemed pretty like I don't want to say obvious, but it seemed pretty like not surprising when things started going sideways, especially with Saturday, because it's like like real talk, things are going to go up or they're gonna go down after this. And I think everyone's kind of holding their breath to see what direction this is gonna go right now, sort of thing. That being said, there's a couple of things because like I do think it's funny, like, and I had to fact check it just to make sure, but it sounds like Trump dodged the draft a few times. I think it's kind of crazy. Like he got hit, like a sniper hit him in the ear. Because you're thinking about like, if it was a draft and you're in a war and you're next to somebody, I want to be next to the guy who gets hit in the ear. It's like, obviously the bullets are not hitting that guy, so stay close to that guy. So that was kind of interesting, but I do also think it's funny how Joe Biden went on. Was it? I think it was a Friday night. No, it was a Saturday night. Went on and said, doesn't condone this violence, and we gotta shut all this down, and can't be shooting at our political opponents and stuff like that. Meanwhile, it was the same guy that like, not the same guy Joe, but just the same guy was like, from a Canadian point of view, kind of looked like he was trying to overthrow the government after he lost the election. And you're like, well, that seems pretty violent. They sent like a mob to go and like stop the count of the votes and stuff. And then, there was the whole Mike Pence thing. And you're like, okay, and you're wishing this guy well and a safe recovery. Sometimes I'm figuring like, you know what? I understand everyone's supposed to take the high road on these things, but like in an alternate universe, like I kind of want people to take the low road sometimes. I think it could be pretty funny. But anyways, I just think Biden had, again, just for the pure comedic value of things, I think Biden had a pure mic drop moment. If he had been like, I'm sure there's fine people on both sides at the end of his talk on Saturday, as far as the equation goes. But again, people are free to vote for whoever they want. But when it gets down to some of the gun violence stuff, it's just like, are you surprised? Are you surprised? Or is this all just entertainment for everybody? It's just bonkers. That being said, I'm fully aware that some people did lose their lives on Saturday evening at the events that took place, and like that part's horrible because like this could all be avoided. This could all very very much be avoided. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's just crazy. Again, this is a Canadian point of view, and if anyone is in America and they understand it, like it'd be too hard to culturally explain the culture of guns in the States to a Canadian. Okay, doing pretty good in this crossword right now. I didn't want to break up my train of thought there, but I was like, we're not getting an A, because then we would have got man, we got meanwhile, we got Hall. Close to getting yoga. What's this? Last one's a B. We're blatant. Man, we're pretty good. There's a lot. We scratched off a lot on this one, actually. They did a good job making this card so that you're not gonna win. All right, symbols down here. I don't even know what this is. Lucky symbol. Key. Oh, so we get that. If we get a key, then we get something. No, we don't. We got gem, plane, and a book. Just wonder what the book would have been worth. $3, not too bad. All right, well, crossword was pretty fun. Okay, I haven't tried to get anyone charged up politically or anything like that, but it's hard to not talk about some of these things. If you want to help support the channel while I'm on topic, support the channel, remember, like, subscribe. Let's hop over to Cash for Life, $1,000 a week, that would be sweet. Alright, let's just see what's going on inside this box here. Yeah, it's hard to not kind of look at the news. Also, the thing that's crazy too is just all the conspiracy theories that came out like immediately after. Like, oh, they hired the super sharpshooter. They can just shoot him in the ear from like super far away. It's like, I don't know if it works like that. Like, I think it's one thing to like hit an arrow, like an apple with an arrow off someone's head, but like from like not that far away. But like that seemed like it was pretty far to hit him in the ear. Like if you were, like you have to be pretty sure if you're hiring somebody. Like, are you sure you can hit him in the ear from over there? Oh yeah, I can do that. Are you like super sure? Because if you miss, there's a whole world of bad that's gonna happen here. But not doing so good so far on this Cash for Life. Not doing so good on this Cash for Life. I hate when they do that, when they have those like 8844 life, like right there. You feel like you're close and then you're not. Alright, game 7. Here it is. All the marbles. I already know we're not getting Cash for Life because it's E44 2020 Life 30. That's okay. That's okay though. That's okay though. I can live with this. Happy scratching, some Susan scratching. Well, we'll see how this week goes. That's all I can kind of say from here. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next one. Good luck out there.